Hey everyone, Scott J. Way from Crucible Custom Props, North Forks Lab on all the forums here. So today we have something new and something old. Obviously old, you've seen the V2 hundreds of times, but this one is a Roman's steel V2. Now I haven't seen one of these in person until now. Haven't done one. Pretty much same story as with any other V2. Pretty much nowadays, you have the Dave Parkin, you have the Star Killer, you have the Solos Hold. There are others, RPK. I don't even know. There's so many. But anyway, they all relatively hit the same marks, more or less. It just depends on what you feel is the most accurate and which one you can get and whichever aesthetics you like the most. Now, this one being steel, raises some aesthetic differences in that you can see that the steel is much darker than the aluminum, which is the pommel is aluminum. It is a replica clamp and has Trooper Trent's stencil kit. Now I want to say this was the Star Killer stencil kit. I can't remember now. I'm not sure. But anyway, whatever it was worked out just fine. There's a little bit of leeway here and there that had to, mostly it was pretty much spot on. The booster was a little shorter than the stencil. But the rest of it, and this section was a little longer. The metal is longer than the stencil was. But the rest of it I think was pretty close as far as dimensions wise. So you might want to ask Trent if you're ordering one for one of these, which one you need. But anyway, here it is, all painted up and done up. The owner will want to take care to probably oil the steel bits so they don't rust. There was a bunch of surface rust on it when I got it. I de-rusted it using Birchwood Casey rust and blue remover. That takes care of all that. But when you do that, you want to take the pommel off, which is just the set screw, and because you don't want to take the patina off the boot stud, and that's about it. But yeah, the replica clamp came out good. I guess this is Roman's lever. I'm not quite sure, but if it is, the steel for the clamp little nut was perfect for patinating that as well. So it's got all of the clamp wear and what do you call it, corrosion areas that are on the V2 that we know of. Roman put in the mill mark right there. It's got your dings and dongs everywhere, and the weight it's quite heavy. Here's the famous shot from the part of Mark Hamill holding it. And Trooper Trent's tape adapter. So it's just a 3D printed tape adapter to make it look like it does today in the one photo that Brandon posted, which is in this position. So yeah, and the emitter is dented here as well. So there it is. Now the other part of this video, as most people want to know, is how it compares to others. And I only have the Solos Hold here. So it is actually, like all the others, it's very close. The pommel is almost identical. Almost, not exactly. But all the general dimensions are the same. The booster, I can't remember. The booster is almost exactly the same, just a little shorter. The overall dimensions are about the same. When they sit, the Solos Hold is a little taller. I think that length comes from this section right here. The Solos Hold is a little longer than that, and so is that thing. The emitters are almost identical. The Roman has a longer step here. Yeah, it's almost the same. The ribs are a bit more squashed this way, and this top flange is shorter. Otherwise, they are very, very close. And everybody's V2s are very close to each other these days, which everybody's working from the same reference to get there. So it makes sense. But anyway, yeah, it looks great. It's heavy. I weighted mine with a steel rod inside. It still feels like less than half the weight of this. This is very hefty. This is like a Obi-Wan saber weight. Pretty cool. But it's a little bit more top weighty because the pommel isn't steel. It is aluminum. But there it is. So thanks for watching.